Hi, I'm Ilya from Bitskout, and in this short video I wanted to show you how you can create a categorization plugin. So what is a categorization? It's actually what you do every day if you work, for example, in marketing. When you receive contact form submissions, or somebody filled in a contact form and send it to you, you need to read it to understand, is it a question for your pricing or is it a request for a service? That is categorization. You do it in your head and basically then set up a flag and some tool. So you can automate this behavior, and that's very important thing to take into account if you want to improve the productivity of your process. Now, categorization is in Bitskout is created in a very simple manner. You go to plugins, then create, and then we need to choose understand part, because in this case we will need to understand what the text is about. If you click here, there is an option called Categorize. Then you click once again and you can start the configuration. So typically there are two sources you can load to Bitskout. You can select an existing board where something is already categorized. Let's say you have a list of leads, their company names and their names and positions, and then what is the lead? Is it a deer or whale? If you already have this information, you can directly load it here, so then it will be categorized automatically. Then you can set it up manually. If you press next, so here there are two options. You can create your own CSV or just add examples here. Now let me show you an example of adding an email, a cold email that, for example, we receive, and this email about a podcast guest. So we want to classify it as a podcast. All right. So now we have our first example. For another example, we put here another email, and then this time it's not a podcast, it's a guest blog. Alright, so now there are two examples. You can add more, of course, you can add different labels, but whenever the email comes, Bitskout AI will try to understand, is it a podcast or a guest blog, and give this label to you. So you can set then a flag in your tool and figure out the next option. And the next option would be here, in this case, understand what the guest block is about, what is the person name, or maybe there is a website mentioned. So you can add more analysis after the first classification and create so-called trees, so like many classifications stacked together. All right, but in this way your plugin is ready. And then what you need to do is press next. In this case, if you want to use plugin and tools like Asana or Monday, you can choose here any tool and where you want the label to appear. If you don't use Asana or Monday, use Make. You can proceed and just call it service request categorization. And just like that, create a plugin called service request categorization. And this plugin, what it will do, it will categorize your service requests and emails that you receive, or contact form submissions. What you can also do, and it's quite important, you can save it as a template to your organization. And it means that if you own an agency, you can create many re-plugins, save them as a templates, and next time a person comes in, a new employee or a new process is created, you don't have to re-explain what you do once again. What you need to do is to tell your employees, load the information here, forward the mail here, load the email text, and it will tell you what it is based on your categorization parameters that you gave it. So you're basically converting your knowledge into a digital format. Okay. Again, you can create as many categorizations as you want, simply by adding examples. And if something is classified incorrectly, you can always update the list of examples. This is how categorization works. I hope it was useful. Any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you.